All right, we got that done. We got the system all the way out, except the mids and highs, of course. They're gonna stay. Since I know people are gonna ask me about the mids and highs, I have another set here just to show you. Essentially, this is what's in it right now. Set of B2 audio reference. Now this thing did sound good and it didn't hardly give me any trouble, but there was from time to time an intermittent. It would sound like the tweeter may not have been on or something might have been going in and out. And it wasn't very often, but sometimes you would hear something that wasn't right. And I guess it would fix itself so you wouldn't think about it again. So we're going to take a look at that real quick while we got this truck pulled apart and see what is going on with that. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's all in my head. I don't know, but wouldn't be a bad idea to check on this stuff anyways. I haven't seen these door pods since we put them in, so hopefully everything's intact and it's not rusty or gross or anything like that. Lots of plugs and stuff back here. You guys can't really see them right now because the camera's over there, but there's 5 or 6. And then the door latch. So other than being a little bit dusty, everything's in perfect condition. Off camera, I pulled these apart and took a look at the wiring behind. Everything looks perfect still. The wiring on the terminal on this 3 was a little loose, and that's probably the intermittent sound I was hearing. So now it's all tightened up and everything should be good again. Just gotta put the door panel back on and jump back to the back where we were. And just like that, through the magic of editing, that's done. It's always some little bullshit that shows up right in the middle of your build and you gotta like address it. So I just remembered that thing was like going in and out. It hasn't done it in a little while, but might as well fix it while I'm here, while I have this all pulled apart. And yeah, I think I found the problem, and back to the back of the truck we go. Time to pull this back panel off and see what I'm up against. I think we're gonna pull all this off this time, down to the bare metal, rather than the 2 steel brackets that I had mounted to those bolts for support before. It'll give me a little bit more room to do what I want to do. I'm not going to go crazy, but it'll be a lot more stable. And thanks to some guidance from the bros over at Gately Audio, who have done literally a ton of these trucks, I know what's behind there. I should be good to go. I just got to start pulling at it and get it out, and we'll put a board or we'll put something across it to hold the new amplifiers. This thing really shouldn't take that long to get back to normal again. This build isn't going to be anything out of control. We're talking about a bass amp and a 4-channel, and just make it look nice, run the wiring nice and proper, put a little bit bigger of an alternator in here to support it, and that's about it. We just want it to sound good and bang pretty hard, and that's what it's going to do. Now that that's all done, it's time to start thinking about this. In case I didn't mention it, these are the amps that we're running. 5000.1 on the subs, 300.4 on the highs. I definitely don't just want to screw these things to the back wall behind the seat. I want to make something a lot more sturdier than that. Although that would work, it would just be it's not a great idea. All right, I guess this is as good of a place as any to get started. This is probably gonna have to be out of the way, I think. Look at that. All right, so what we have here is a lot of bare metal. We got some carpet that's kind of glued on here. We'll pull that off and do some real sound deadening. Looks like there's some factory sound deadening over there, or some sort of a heat shield maybe. I don't know. That's where the factory radio is, the factory amp I should say. We got some air vents, some flappers here, some flappers over there. Those are getting covered up. We're gonna put some second skin on a bunch of this stuff. We're gonna delete these dumb hooks at the top. technically I could probably just sound deaden right over the top of these and be good, but the fact that they stick out messes with my amp rack a little bit. So we'll just take them out, and I'll laser cut a piece of sheet metal to go over this and seal it up, and then second skin over the top of it. It's slightly more proper that way anyways, even though either way will probably work great. One of the things I definitely want to do is remove this carpet stuff that's just glued on there. I don't know what that's all about. Well, it looks like it's got some butyl, some kind of sound deadening, but why did it have to be carpet? I guess I don't know why. That's out of here. Got my handy little radius finder here. And after going through all those, it looks like 1 inch radius is about what it's supposed to be. And this is why I never throw anything away. Not till it's gone. Well, that tank's empty. Can't use that nozzle, gotta use this one. I think that's gonna do it. So those things worked out very well, as you can see. All that work for something that's gonna get covered up in second skin sound dampener. But you know what? Gotta do it right even when no one's looking. 20 years from now, if someone pulls this apart, I want them to say, all right, that guy knew what he was doing. So what used to be these little flappers is now that, nice and solid. Of course, I know that these are in there for a reason, but when you got a big system in your ride, and this thing isn't even that big, but if you got any kind of reasonable bass in your car, these things will flap. And you're looking around in the back and you're like, what is making all that noise? You can never tell what's making all that noise. Usually it's gonna be these things. All these things do is flap and make noise every time the bass hits. And I've always covered these up in every car I've ever had. So those are officially deleted. On to the next phase. Phase 3, while I try to figure out how to mount the amps to this wall. I've already got an idea. As you can see, you got plenty of mounting points now. About 8 on the top, 8 on the bottom. Before I put the actual bars in, we're going to put a little bit of second skin on that back wall.
Turn the bass up and the road noise down with Amplifier from Second Skin Audio. Amplifier kills structural noise by damping the vibration energy of your car's metal. Stop the vibrations, stop the noise.
Alright, this is not always necessary, but it is a little chilly out. So any kind of help from the sun, soften it up a little bit for the tight contours. Usually it's on time first, then we can move this left on the pieces. I don't get it. Alright, 2 layers of Second Skin Damp Pro. Got that finished. Now we can put the bars on. Just need to mount the amps. A little drill, a little tap, some nice little fasteners. And these things are going to be in. Little tap for some 1024s. Nice, nice. Not a bad little amp rack. All right. All right, that piece is done. I just got this right here to go behind the factory amp, because as you can see, the legs are hanging off a little bit. So we got a piece of aluminum that's going to go over the top, bolt onto the bars, and give it 4 mounting points. I have all the holes marked on the cardboard. I would have cut them with the laser, but I don't know exactly where they're at on that bar. I use the cardboard to find out, and we'll just transfer that right on over. Okay, so now we got the 4 mounting holes for the amp. 2 at the bottom have their own riv nuts. 2 at the top are going through the aluminum. Factory amp has a nice place to mount to. Now it's got bottom feet. Before it was just on the bars. Now it's all 4. We're good to go. Amps are mounted. Got some aluminum in between them, so I have a place to put the processor. I would say we're getting pretty close. Be wiring up real soon. All right, we got all the amps mounted. The processor isn't mounted yet. I'm probably going to have to move it down a little bit because that thing for the window is going to drop down some. But I just wanted to see what it's going to look like over in that area. So stay tuned. I got an alternator. I got some wiring to do, and it shouldn't be too long before all this stuff is lit up. And with that, I'm out.